How was it, Bill? Jenny? Yes? Did you look into each other's eyes? Yes, okay, that's enough of that. It's wonderful to be here with you in Singapore. And as I arrived into the airport, like so many of you, as I cleared through immigration the other day, there was this little icon like this that you see on the screen, the little smiley face button, and which is right there. Do you remember that when you came through immigration? And you're asked to select, indicate the type of experience that you had when you went through the arrival process. Now, this same little piece of market research has been at Changi Airport since I can remember. But what's changed, of course, is the experience that they deliver. And just like any other business, they're a business that needs to deliver an experience. And like USANA, the way that we do business and the way that we are judged depends more and more on the way we deliver a full-bodied, holistic experience that will impact your sponsoring and retention efforts and team development outcomes. And so I'd like to spend the next few minutes getting you to think about this whole idea of customer experience. As Kevin presented in his opening last night, and as I discussed yesterday in the workshop, and when I say customers, that means all of us, because in some ways we are all customers of USANA's products or services, but most importantly, as our previous speaker, wasn't he fantastic, by the way? Please give Li Wu a big round of applause. Really great how he talked about the importance of the relationships within the USANA family. So many of you have traveled a long way to be here at AP Convention. You've paid airfares, arranged babysitters, having family and friends support you so you could be here. So we, all of us at USANA, want to deliver a wonderful and rewarding experience for you, so that you go through the next few days and think about which button you press. We, of course, want you to press the happiest button. Yeah? That's what we want, the happy button. Interestingly, it's not just going to be one or two things that are going to influence which button you press. It's going to be the combination of so many different elements that we will need to get right for you to press the correct button. Registration, the store, what happens on stage, the memories and learnings. How incredible was last night's product launch? Isn't that an amazing product that we launched last night? But we didn't actually launch a product, we actually launched an experience. Wouldn't you love to take that mouth thing home and put that in the corner of the room just to remind you when to brush the teeth? But even well before you arrived here, even things that are out of our control, the taxi ride, your flight, the food you eat, and yes, even the weather that make up the experience that you'll have attending this event. So with all of that in mind, I'd like to explore a little further the idea of customer experience as it relates to you as a business owner, your own CEO. And I want you to think about this in the same way that it relates to an associate or a customer as they have within the experience with you as the CEO of your own business. And in particular, the things that you can control and the things that we can do together to achieve this strategic vision that we spoke about before. But we'll come back to that in a minute. Now, I'm always asked about what I need to do to have success in USANA. How do I build a solid achiever business or a solid goal business? How do I get to diamond? And no matter who I ask, whether it's Bill and Jenny or Jane and Lucas, Bob and Mary, the answer is always the same. They always talk about and speak about bringing new team members into our community. But we are in the business of gathering associates and PCs and customers. That's actually what we do for a living. That is our job. And ultimately, yes, we sell products, but first we need to have people to sell products to them over and over and over again. And leading associates will all say the same thing. Time is very short and precious. So focus on the activities that will get you where you want to get in the shortest possible time frame. And so last night, today and tomorrow, you'll hear wonderful stories, inspiring stories of achievement, overcoming obstacles, winning strategies and triumph. At the core of all of these things, however, are three elements, and I'd like you to take these down, because these three elements are so important for the development of your business moving forward. First, you must have a solid, unwavering goal that you commit to. So whatever your current rank is today, you need to commit to yourself that as you leave here on Saturday, that you will move to the next level before the end of this day. And if you don't want to make that commitment to yourself, make it to your team, and at the very least, make it to Dr. Wings. Secondly, the way to do this is to attract and gather more associates and customers than you did in the past. And so you must speak with people every day. Every day we speak to people with the intention of the conversation to have people join you in your business and for them to never leave. And finally, most importantly, as an entrepreneur in today's very competitive marketplace, you need to deliver an exceptional customer experience. And not just for your customers, of course, but particularly for your associates. So if you are truly dedicated to creating the healthiest family on earth, you must remain focused on these three key areas. So I'd like to spend a few minutes just focusing on the third element, which is that whole customer experience. So first of all, let's think about that button again and be truly honest with yourself. Right now, if I was a customer or an associate or a PC in your team, what button do you think I would press as I do business with you? And if I was an associate or a business partner, what would that experience be like? So I'd like you to turn to the person that you're here with. It might be your husband or your wife or a business partner or a friend or a team member, and ask them, which button would you press as part of my team? Just turn to them and ask that question. Bill and Jenny, just ask each other, which button do you press? I'm sure which button would you press? Because what you're trying to do is to create an environment, an atmosphere, an experience so strong and so powerful that people, be they associate, a PC, or even a retail customer, will stay in your business for life. You know, you've heard me speak about this whole idea of customers for life, this need, this drive for us to create this community where no one leaves. That they only join, and when they do, they stay and become customers for life. 100% retention. Wouldn't that be a great day when we can look? Yes, who's agreeing there? That's a great day. 100% retention. Anyway, let's hold that thought for a moment and get back to the customer experience. Now, I just celebrated my 59th birthday. Thank you. That was actually more pleasant than I thought it was going to be. Just a few weeks ago. So I'm actually allowed to say, in the old days. You know that saying, in the old days, right? It should be in the young days. Isn't that really what it should be? Anyway, well, back in the old days, people, customers, and entrepreneurs like you evaluated a big part of the experience on two things. How easy was the transaction, and how well did the products work? Now, fast forward to today, and yes, those two things still exist and remain front and center, but now our competitive edge, the experience that truly captures the heart and soul of our customers and associates, is so much bigger than that. And I do believe, above all, the most important thing in our business is our relationships. And yes, technology is paramount. Shortly you'll hear from the amazing Walter Note. He's going to share some of the recent and soon to come advancements in this particular space. Technology helps deliver service and order solutions and helps us to build a bigger community and be better connected. I heard a new executive goal director recently speaking in Canada, and she said that technology has helped her connect and service online, but she still builds her business offline. That's where the relationship is truly nurtured and created and developed. She went on to say that the successful associate of tomorrow, of the future, is the one who embraces the opportunity of technology and integrates that with our human desire for strong relationships and community. Now, there are hundreds of books on customer experience. There's TED Talks and YouTube and WeChat discussions. But the best way is simply to be aware of what others are doing and learn from them. I mean, one of the reasons your upline, your coach, your mentor has got where they are is because they practice this and always seek out opportunities to implement new experiences for you all of the time. I actually find the best examples are right in front of us, but we just don't see them. And so I'm going to suggest that we need to start thinking more clearly about this customer experience, because these are all around us to learn from. And I just want to give you a few examples. One of them, yesterday or Monday when I arrived, I had the do not disturb sign on my door. I needed to catch up on a little bit of beauty sleep. I know, some of you would think that would take a month, but anyway. When I came out of my room, I found this card that was placed under the door. And it was a really simple and easy process. I mean, they didn't necessarily have to do anything. This was just about my dirty laundry was clean, right? And it wasn't about the service, it was about the way they communicated with me. And they said, an experience designed around you. And I thought, wow, this is about my dirty socks. But it's actually not. It's about building the experience with this one simple piece of communication. Think about how dynamic this is, implementing simple things like this in your business that cost you nothing. Now, earlier this year, I was in Korea. People have heard me tell the Samsonite story. I was walking through a shopping mall, and there was this incredible travel store there. And I walked in thinking, this is all about travel experiences. It's all about educating me on where to go and travel in Korea. It took me about 5 minutes after I'd had a cup of coffee. Someone had tried to sell me some travel insurance. Someone was talking about experiences overseas. That I noticed there was some Samsonite luggage in the corner. And it was actually a luggage store. But it wasn't the sales pitch that has made me a lifetime customer of Samsonite. It was the experience. And what I've learned from that is that they weren't in my face with trying to sell me a piece of luggage. What they did was get my attention and interest by getting me excited about a travel experience. And so I question, how are you exciting your prospective associates and PCs around a wellness experience rather than just the focus on joining a particular team? What is the experience that you're delivering? By the way, prior to this experience, I owned no Samsonite luggage at all. I subsequently have bought 8 pieces for me and my family. I know, they're pretty good. Anyway, I'm not doing a pitch for them. But as I said, it wasn't the sales pitch that has made me a customer of theirs for life. Anyway, I'd like to do a little experiment just to elevate the discussion around customer experience. So let's just do this little experiment, okay? So let's give a round of applause for all of the associates who are here at their very first Asia Pacific convention. Just a round of applause. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so that was a pretty crappy experience, right, for them. That was a pretty ordinary experience. From up here, it sounded like you had 2 dead fish in your hand and you were slapping them together like that. It's getting a little better. The fish have come alive. So let's do it this way. Let's get all of the first-time attendees just to stand up. Get them all to stand up. Now let's give them a bigger round of applause. Have a look around. So that's probably what other companies do. You know, it's okay, kind of mediocre. Let's try it just a little bit. I want to add some music. I want to add some lights. I just want this place to erupt. I want them to stand again. And this time, go and give them a big hug. Take a selfie with them. Ready, Sean? Are we going to ready? Let's 1, 2, 3. Come on, make them feel really welcome. Come on, stand up. That's working. Okay.
Wrong hand.
It cost us nothing. It took 1 minute. And you know what? I think they probably feel great. That's part of the experience they'll take home. They'll say, you know what? I went to my first USANA event and I got to be recognized with 2,000 other people in front of everyone else. Let's take it a step further though. How do you really personalize that experience? I just want to do this for a second, if I may. Thank you. Do you have a microphone? Now, you know what? There's a lot of new people here in the room, and I'm just going to pick on one, okay? I'm just going to pick on one for a second. This person's been in USANA for 5 months, Silver Director. Where's Murali? Where's Murali? Hi! Nice to see you. How you doing? Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah. And so you've been in USANA for like 5 months and you're a Silver Director? That is awesome. And you got some team members with you? This is your first USANA Asia Pacific convention. This is like a first. Come over here. Just stand over here for a minute. So bring the team with you. Come over here. Bring the team with you. Bring the team with you. Actually, come with me for a minute. Come up here for a second. Come up here. Come up here. Bring the team here for a second. Come on. Go at the front here for a second. Come up here. Bring the team. First. So, I just want to check that I didn't plan this, right? I didn't call you and say I'm going to bring. This is something you're a very shy man, I can tell. So just come over here. You guys look great too. This is your first convention.
Yes, in my life this is the first convention.
Is this the first time you've spoken to 6,000 people, including Dr. Wentz?
Yes.
Are you feeling nervous?
Very much.
Hey, would you like to meet the CEO and the president of USANA? I wonder if Kevin, come on. Jim, do you mind coming up?
Wonderful.
That's great. Hey, can I actually...
Come on.
Have you got your phone now? I'll get some pictures. Hey, maybe the management team could come up. The management team. Management team, come up. Come up and say hi. Hey, you know what? And Dan Mizuga, Dan's here. Dan looks after all of the things in the store. And Dan's got some gifts for you. Some logo merchandise for you. That's pretty cool. Wow. And can I have the photographer? Deborah, do you want to come and say hi? Deborah, come on.
You're unbelievable.
Deborah Wu, seriously, if you want to meet someone who's inspirational, incredible, change your life, Deborah Wu. So, we're going to take a photo. Kevin, would you mind jumping in the middle of here with them? Thank you. Jim, thank you. Let's do a photo. Do you think this is a good experience for them? Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
You're unbelievable.
Thank you. Please. That was a bit of fun. Anyway, I hope you get my point. They're from Malaysia. They're from Malaysia. I apologize. You know, because of the rapid growth of technology, the availability of information and services, it's really wonderful to live in this technological space. It's wonderful to be a consumer. Everything is made for them. I think the difference for us, though, in USANA is that we're in the relationship business. You know, one thing that you are really good at, and I think that we're really good at, is that space where we bring people together and we make people feel great. It's all part of the experience, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to make someone feel really part of something. So let's elevate and really deliver an experience that will attract and gather more associates and customers than you did in the past, with the intention to have people join your business and for them to never leave. Ensure you have an unwavering goal that you commit to. Excuse me. So whatever your current rank is today, as I said before, you need to commit to yourself that as you leave here on Saturday, you will move to the next level before the end of this year. Do I have your commitment for that? In fact, I would challenge you to maybe move 2 levels. Oh. Do you know what? If you really are dedicated to creating the healthiest family on earth, and you create this amazing experience, as an entrepreneur in today's competitive marketplace, you must deliver an exceptional customer experience for everyone. And you can achieve the results that you set out to achieve. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.